And we are live.
Hi, welcome to the StockinetteZombies. I'm Amy, also known as Jay Nitma.
And I'm Megan, also known as Just Run It. And this is episode 293.
I feel like you need to just like tug on your ear or jazz hands.
Well, like I need to do like
and action.
Well, and then I had the Zoom thing up over the thing and was looking at everybody's talking about their lunch plans over while they were waiting in the lobby, basically for us to just get started chatting. We've got some mashed potatoes and veggie chili and artisan bread slices with hummus. It sounds delicious. You guys I have to eat before I come to these things if you guys are going to.
Yeah, I just microwaved one of those veggie patties. So,
yep. Cheers to you. Nice mug.
Yeah, this is actually from the brewery.
Ooh, mine is actually from ZK 2020.
But it's thinning, so it's.
I know. Well, it looks similar with our little, with the little,
yeah.
Yep. So, but yeah, speaking of food, we had a really great session on Saturday where we talked about all kinds of family recipes that we passed on to our Fiverr family. I think Debbie commented at the end, like, I feel like I've gained 10 pounds. I'm like, that's the fun part. Like, we haven't eaten any. We just talked about it, silly. But yeah, no, it was fun. It was fun. So
you're reminding me, I gotta buy ingredients for birthday brownies.
Yeah.
My husband actually found the icing recipe on his phone because the last time we had to make it. And as I recall, you can put whatever base. You can put a brownie base, you can put a cake base, whatever you want under it. The key is the frosting. So,
yep, yeah. No, all of these things though are making me. It's like I can see there's snow falling. Like when I look at you guys in the background, there's snow falling. So I'm kind of in like this snow globe, and people are talking about things like grilled cheese sandwiches and soup. I'm like, well, yes. I guess I'll just sip my coffee here while you guys eat your food. Yum. Speaking of the holidays, we wanted to just give people a heads up that, with a lot of people, first of all, stay safe. We're thankful for you and we want you to be around for a long, long time. And with that, I know a lot of people are not traveling, are not going to be able to be near their loved ones and friends and family. So we have our regularly scheduled free VKN on Wednesday, and that is join anytime after 6 p.m. I think in the past we've put 6 p.m. and I'm like, I hope people realize that we're on there for a good long bit after 6
people realize these are on all day. Yeah.
Yeah. So if CST, if Central Standard Time, also known as Zombie Time. Oh, hello. You have a regular visitor these days. Yeah.
Yeah, she was meowing at my feet. I figured I'd pick her up.
Well, the podcast is going to be about her now. Max and Chaz had their time in the spotlight, and now, she can be involved. But all that to say, please join us. We stay much later than 6 p.m. Zombie time. And then we also have a kind of open drop-in table, similar to what we've done on the weekends for Thanksgiving, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I fully plan to be enabled on Friday. Drop in there and have all of the sales. A lot of people have been trying to do sales earlier this year, I feel like, but I'm sure there will be a fair amount of Black Friday deals floating about.
Well, I had like how we had discussed for my Eat, Sleep, Knit Perler, if I should take the discount or the free shipping, and I picked the free shipping. And so, yeah, I had an impulse purchase yesterday. Got an additional circular needle and some mohair in fun colors so that I could pair it with a plain color that I have and make a fun, quick hat.
Yeah, no, somebody had commented I'm sorry that I'm not remembering, on last week's podcast that they had bought like kind of like a standard color mohair and they were combining it with all of their like crazy single skein purchases, right? They were like, oh, I couldn't find the perfect project for that, but add mohair and Insta project, right? Kind of mellows it out, kind of evens it out and makes it in your mind. Anyway, we are
I
just
was honestly
diving right
thinking
in.
of your hat and where I would just hold the same yarn double.
Mhm.
And because it can handle that much crazy, that might be something.
I may have a sample of that, but then we're getting to the FOs. So
Okay.
again, one last administrati. Super excited. We're going to have Mina Phillips and her cowls inspired by Persia on the 5th of December. A little later, which is odd because she's 6 hours after us over in the UK, but it works out well for children's bedtimes. So we're super excited to have her and chat with her. She is lovely. I've met her at and taken many a picture at Rhinebeck with her. And so super excited to have her on one of our weekend Zooms after we wrap up with this holiday weekend. We also have the ornament swap that we're doing. So a reminder to those who signed up, next Tuesday, a week from today, is December 1st. So we got to pop the
decoration swap.
What?
Decoration swap.
Did I say ornament?
Yeah.
Sorry. Decoration swap. Yeah.
We could call it an adornment swap. I like that.
I adore mints and adornment. Yes. So yes, the decoration swap, that's a week from today. Also get your Hoki entries in, get them into her KAL and get them into our KAL. So I said one more thing. I actually had 3.
Well, you're reminding me because I have one of my FOs here that needs to officially be entered into the Hoki as well. So yes.
Yep. We had a couple people ask about snow. Yes, it is snowing here. It is actively snowing here. They told us it was going to get warm and turn into rain. And big fluffy snowflakes are coming down outside my window right now.
Not mine.
Really?
Nah, it's rain up here.
Southern Rochester is getting snow, big fluffy snowflakes right now.
Yeah. It's funny.
That doesn't give me hope that it's going to last for long if yours is rain, but okay.
Yeah, either that or it's traveling and I'll get it in a few minutes. We'll see.
Do you have anything exciting planned for Thanksgiving?
No, I think I'd mentioned that I ordered barbecue from a local restaurant and I'm going to pick that up tomorrow. And then, of course, my son his birthday is this weekend.
Yep.
So we'll be celebrating his birthday. But other than that, staying close to home and trying to organize some things maybe. But
yeah, this will be the first Thanksgiving that I've not been with my mom and dad on Thanksgiving. So it's been, 40 years of having every single Thanksgiving with them. So a little heartbreaking, but we're going to try to do some, virtual hangouts and chat. And my brother is just kind of like, I'm in New York City and I haven't been home for Thanksgiving since whatever. But it's just a little, it made my heart like a little sad when it finally hit me. It got to this week. I'm kind of dealing with things a week at a time. And my mom invariably is always, in addition to making sure that we have food, all of us to eat, she's always sewing. I'm sure you can relate. Your mom is probably always sewing when you're there. So a little part of me kind of wants to get my sewing machine out. That and my children need pants. They continue to wander around in shorts, even though it's 30 degrees outside because they're not going outside.
What is with that?
And they're cold. Like the other day, Ellie put her hands on me, and I'm like, she's wearing like my boys are wearing shorts. She was freezing, and I'm like, put some socks on your feet. Your hands are freezing. What is putting socks on my feet gonna do? And I'm like, they make your whole body warm. So I had to sacrifice my 716. We have so much milk colorway socks to her feet. So she can't complain that she doesn't have any socks to wear. So I don't know if it was strategery on her part or not, but anyway, may get my sewing machine out. I have a lot of I shoulds in my head, right? I need to do this. I should do that. My house needs cleaned.
Well, yeah. We're getting our dishwasher fixed today, so that's good.
Yep.
And I had a lot of other like, I need to call these people kind of thing to set up appointments. And so I did that stuff yesterday, returned some stuff to the store that had been sitting in a pile by my entryway. And so lots of things
Excellent.
accomplished yesterday, and hopefully after
Yeah,
our
because you've got
meeting
the
here.
week off. Yeah. I'm just thinking like, woo, I've got, several days in a row off. But yeah, you've got the week off. Cool, cool. All right. Well, we should probably dive into FOs because you said you have a lot and I have quite a few as well. So
Okay, so I have some test knits from Eat Sleep Knit. So I have this hat, and it's cocoon yarn from Rowan.
you have like a top made out of that, right?
Yep. So this is the leftovers, and it was just the right yarn for the project, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It was very easy. It's 2 charts. So just knit your way through those 2 charts and you're done. And again, these patterns will probably be available soon. I don't know much about the release dates. This is another one, cabley.
Looks smushy.
Yes. So this one I made out of fiber nymph tweed. So I can pigskin party entry this one for some extra bonus points. But this one's very cozy.
Squish, squish. Brim makes it double warm around the ears. Yeah.
Yep. And then this pattern had 2 options. One option, you had more of a cable going to the edge, and then it was kind of a slouchy hat. So I made the one that was more of a beanie, where you had a big brim that you folded over. I don't know why I was in the mood for that at the time, because normally I like the slouchier, bigger hats. But I have too many hats. I only have one head, so a lot of these get stacked into a pile for future gift giving, or thank you.
And that's another separate design. So those are 2 separate.
Yep, 2 different separate designs. Yep. The call outs for things recently haven't been something that I've been able to sign up for, just with other personal commitments. I'm like, oh, I can't sign up for that. The time window is too short or whatever. But that's fun. And then I'm putting on my gloves.
Ooh.
I actually made these for Matt. They're brown sheep prairie spun. And just
were those a recent cast on, or were those in the whip pile and you pulled them out?
They were in the pile for a while. I think I finished them just after we had talked the last time with FOs. So I have a shelf in my new system here that's like the whole shelf is FOs. So as soon as they get done, they get put in there, so that hopefully I will have all of my FOs that are needed. Now on to our decorations. So I have my snowball buddy. He is the reindeer, yes. And I made a special trip to Joann Fabrics to get the red nose to stick on there.
So cute.
Also the crochet thread, because I was making my next ornament, the Ruth, the RGB ball. So she's got a black robe and this is actually not the descent collar. I had to do some research because I kept calling it the descent collar, but this is actually her favorite color. And so she met it when she met Obama and other things. So like, this is one of her favorites, and it's from South Africa. That's where it came from. So this is a representation of that one.
Very cool.
That was cool. The patterns, this is crochet, and the pattern for crocheting it is in there, but they also suggested just buying some lace trim to go around it. So let's see. Then some bigger projects. I got the Hohi Venza shawl.
I love how it looks in those speckles.
Yeah. So this actually ends up being just kind of a wrap it around a few times scarf when I want to wear it or style it. If I was going out to a knitting event, I would probably try to put like a shawl pin on it or something and make it out. But I think for everyday use, it just ends up being like a nice scarf that I would wear the, whatever you call this, the loop way, where
Mhm.
you get yourself a nice loop and you put it.
Mhm.
And it's funny, the first time I saw people wearing scarves this way all over, it was in London. So it feels very European to me, although it's probably more common now than it was before.
Very
And
nice.
it is
Very
like
nice.
the most practical way to wear a scarf. I don't know why we don't do it, because I mean, just wrapping it, like, that's not practical. And then, as part of a KEL with Eat Sleep Knitters, more of them, I was doing a heartfelt. So this is heartfelt out of Interpretations Volume 3,
Mhm.
and can be bought as an individual pattern, of course.
Mhm.
So
So pretty. What is the yarn?
this is Madtosh.
Okay.
It's their sock base, and it was purchased in an exclusive colorway from them. It's pretty deep stash, actually.
Mhm.
So I was happy to pull that out and
Yeah.
make it into
Looks
something.
super drapey.
Yes. Yes. Although I did notice that when I first was wetting and blocking it and I put it on my dress form, it went almost all the way to the bottom, and I just put it on there now and it's at least 5 inches shorter. So I think it's just drying and rebounding,
Got it. Yep.
like it wasn't fully dry when I first put it on there or whatever, and it's rebounding and it's coming back up. But this has been worn once for a full day already. And it's going to be a very cozy, just throw it on sweater.
Mhm.
Kind of like what I really want to do is make that Amy cardigan. I mean, not only is it color blocks of 5 colors, and I'm pretty sure I bought some Suburban Stitcher in color block. Now, did I buy 4 or 5? I can't quite remember. But if I bought 4, I can take a picture and say, Diane, help, just need one more. Because she's often like that. She would do that for anybody.
Yeah, and that's from Interpretation 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. I haven't bought the book yet because I kind of want a physical book.
Mm-hmm.
But I might not be patient enough to wait for myself to get a physical book. So we'll find out.
Got it.
And now I feel like I've messed my hair up. So it's going to be, whoa, what was it? Lola Bean, a cockatoo. It's going to be cockatoo the whole day. Yeah. Because I do this all the time when I'm home by myself or whatever, like
yeah.
Just I'll get out of my face, and I go like this, and it's cockatoo.
That is the danger in putting hats on your head while on a live streaming podcast. Yes.
Right. That's okay. I'll just cockatoo it. It'll be fine.
Laura says that she just sent you a message saying that they have physical copies of Interpretation 7 at Northfield.
Oh gosh. So I should call them after this and find out if they mailed my physical copy of the Pom Pom Mag. Because if they didn't, stop, add another one.
Yep. All right. That was quite a bit.
Yes, I know. I've been saving it on my shelf over here.
Excellent. Yeah, I feel like I finished quite a bit of things. But now I'm so I got that shell done with the pickle yarn of the Weekender Light, but I'm waiting for the pickle yarn to make the sleeves.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm also going to knit my mom a nesting cardigan, which shout out to all my testers. They're doing awesome. They're finding all kinds of ways to improve the pattern and updates that need to be made. So really appreciate everybody's efforts there. But yeah, so I'm getting yarn from Cece there as well in the Northern Lights colorway on her worsted base, which is just about the right put up for it's very similar to the DK that I knit up. So knitted up in. So I'm super excited about that, and I'm ready for all of the yarn to arrive. I've not had good luck recently. Yarn making its way to me. It likes to meander and go back and whatever. So I'm hopeful that I'll get that soon. And yeah, Advent kits and all kinds of fun stuff that should be arriving soon. So I kind of feel like I've been, and it's fun, right? I feel like bang, bang, bang. I'm finishing something here, I'm finishing something there. It's just like every day I feel like I should be finishing something now because I'm working on these smaller projects. I finished some socks. They were a prototype of a design, and I don't know if when I will be, I was kind of thinking that people could do this with their Advent minis, but I'm obviously not going to get it out prior to the Advent.
Is that similar to Zing?
Not really. I mean, it's alternating, right? And there are obviously
I see it now.
stitches.
Okay.
But yep. So
yeah, from a distance, I was like, they reminded me of my Zings, which I wore yesterday.
Yes. Yeah. No, the Zings have a solid column up, so a little bit different. I knit Ellie the pair of socks with 716 out of with this motif with just one color, and I wanted to see how it knit up in two colors, and I thought it was fun that I flipped it. But this was with just there was 3 solids and 2 variegated, so 5 20-gram skeins, and I had some left over. So those are some fun smooshy socks. And
I apologize, my ornament was rolling away.
Oh,
so reaching down to get it.
Yes. And then I also pulled out, so last weekend I was in design mode. I was designing and writing up things, and I just needed to have something on the needles, kind of a la when we talked with Hohi, right? Like just kind of let things flow out of you. And I had and it's fun that it's got like the literal Wisconsin craft market price tag on it. But it's a Regia or Regia. And somebody asked me, I don't know. I mean, it's like obviously a marl colorway. And there's a colorway number on here, 1545, but this doesn't look like the other Regia that I've seen, right? It kind of looks like hand spun, and it's really, really fun. So these are just OMG heel socks. It was nice that I didn't have to cake anything up or make any decisions. I just grabbed it straight out of my my stash stirring. Just went stir. This came to the top. I went okay. And
yeah, I definitely have some Regia or whatever you want to say it. That would totally be at the top of the stirring right now.
Yeah. So, and this says it is dimensionally stable. I don't know if that means that it can't go in between or very well transfers between dimensions. I don't know what dimensionally stable means. They're hard wearing and they're machine washable and dryer proof. So I have not ever washed and dried a pair of socks, but I think these might go. They're 25% polyamide and then wool. So polyamide and wool. Yep. Virgin wool. I don't know. It's not as soft as like a standard merino, but it's definitely, they're fun and hard wearing, hopefully. Fingers crossed. And then I went on an absolute Catapalooza. So you guys saw some of them last time with the nesting motif from the nesting cardigan. So this one is with lavender loon. I really like how this motif knits up. Obviously, I loved it in the cardigan. I'm going to love it in the hat. Ends up being a panel and with garter, and it's super squishy. And I also did it in mohair, which again, in the cardigan, it was kind of like the active nesting, right? Like you could put things in your pocket and you could be preparing. And with the hat, it's almost like you're building a nest, right? Like you're grabbing kind of odds and ends. So this is mohair and fingering held together. I absolutely love the halo, and I love how those slip stitches pop out with the variegated. But again, the Trolla just kind of like not homogenizes it, but kind of normalizes it, right? Like the colors were like, woo, and the mohair kind of makes it go, woo.
How's that go again?
The, woo. I also did a solid. So again, this is Shameless with the Trolla. Absolutely love how that knit up. Grabbed some Diane yarn. So this is Mixed Cape Romance and Suburban Stitcher. God, I love it so much. This colorway needs to be a sweater. Maybe it can be in your Amy.
I agreed. Yeah. Well, my Amy is, yeah. I don't know if that color goes with it, but
yeah. Yes. So super smushy, super fun. And then the last one, last year from Simply Sock Yarn, I got some hedgehog fibers in the Merry and Bright colorway. So this is a fingering held double with itself rather than a DK or a fingering and a whatever. And I just absolutely, again, love how those double strands and
Did you say it was knitting and color or knitty and color?
No, it is hedgehog fibers.
Okay.
Merry and Bright.
I don't know. That's the one that's stuck in my head that I want to do this to, is a knitty and color one.
Yeah, no, this is Merry and Bright from Hedgehog Fibers. And yeah, it's just, again, with that held double, it's super smushy. Well, that and the garter, right? And then again, the nesting motif just really picks up that you're holding two colors together and that things are being slipped, and I loves it. So yeah, I'll be looking for test knitters. That'll be a pretty quick turnaround one. I'm able to knock out one of these while doing knitting other things in a couple of days. So hopefully folks would be able to give me some feedback, and it's a little more straightforward than a cardigan, obviously, but hoping to get it out around that similar time frame, right? So you can knit a cardigan, or you can knit a hat, or you could knit hat and a cardigan.
All the things.
All the things. It definitely feels like it's hat knitting season though, with the indie gift along going on, kicking off today with a bunch of bundles for 25% off. I will be participating with that as well. So I added my recent patterns from this past year. If you were looking at like the Summer Shandy or the Cup of Kindness, I knit a faux cup of kindness for my pickle that is going to my swap partner, which I'm not going to show it off because I want it to remain a secret, even though they don't know that it's coming to them. But yeah.
Yeah, you don't want them to see the return address and go, oh, I know what's in here.
Exactly. Leave something secret, although there's all kinds of fun things in there that they have no idea.
Well, and I was going to say mine, I've knit multiple adornments, so they might not know which one's coming.
Yes. So yeah, that is about it. But like, yeah, with these hats, it's just like, bam, 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 loving it. Yeah, and I can grab a crazy skein of yarn out of my stash and knit something like this. Like, okay, you need a hat for Christmas, and you need a hat.
I was just looking at my stack, and I feel like I should do something like, I don't know what, a fundraiser. Ow! It just hit my hand on.
Ouch.
But yeah, just so many hats that I don't know what to do with, right? I've only got one head.
I think it was the Minnesota Knitters Guild that was
warm the line, or
yeah, and now it's not voting related, right? But I'm not lost, or maybe it wasn't Minnesota Knitters. I swear it was Minnesota Knitters Guild that I was seeing photos, or maybe it was a LYS up in the Twin Cities. Maybe it was Northfield Yarn. Was posting that they were putting them all over in their city, and had little notes on them that said, "I'm not lost. I'm to keep you warm."
Oh, yes.
Yep. Yeah. You and I could probably amass a pretty good hat pile.
We could do that here, yeah, for sure. I noticed that Mocha had that at downtown. The Mocha that's right in Peace Plaza, they had a tree or something where you could pin warm things to for people to take. Yeah. So maybe that's a good idea. Yeah. I'll just think about how I can get that done.
Yep. That is all that I have. That's all that she wrote.
Yeah. No, I was surprised about how many I had. So
Yeah. Well, again, if they don't like wander off into your house and there's actually a pile, then it's easier to amass quite a bit. Because yeah, we're getting around to it every 4 weeks now, right? So
yeah. Yep. So hopefully I'll have another sweater done by then, and for next time, or 2 sweaters maybe. We'll see.
mhm. Funnyfish says Woolly Wishes is a good charity if you're looking to donate.
Woolly Wishes. Okay. Again, I have to go through.
Amy's like, we got to quit talking so I can call Northfield about my interpretation 7.
Make sure that they didn't send it. It's probably in the mail today. So
Yeah. But again, we are thankful for all of you and our community. You guys are keeping me sane with all of this. I have things to look forward to and people to chat with about our craft. And so thank you all for being you. Please stay safe. As we said, we want you to be around for many a Thanksgiving into the future. And yep.
All right. Bye.
Bye, Ufta.